Today I'm heading up a small river towards a village called Wasua. We're just scouting today to find the next place the medical ship can go to. And as you can see, it's quite a fun trip. I love where I get to be sometimes. Right now we're going against the tide, so it's low tide, and we're in a local dinghy. We've been now a week out here in the Western Province doing healthcare services, and already heaps of really cool stories of people's lives being changed and helped with healthcare. One of my favorite stories so far from outreach this time was in our first day of clinics. We were in Demori, and we had a guy brought in from another village. The night before, he had been involved in a fight. A lot of them were drunk with some homebrew, and someone had tried to attack him with a machete, and they'd actually gone for his neck, and the guy ducked down to miss the machete and ended up getting him across the chin. So he'd spent all night with this pretty serious wound, and then the next day they took him to another village, which they didn't have any services, so he ended up in the village where we were doing clinics. And I went and met him at his dinghy on the water, and he had this big thing over his head, and when he pulled it away you could see that the cut was very large and right down to the bone, and on the other part of his chin he actually had a good lop of it taken off. So pretty serious for the guy. He's probably had a pretty rough night. But anyways, we got to get him into the clinic, and our nurses and stuff were able to stitch him up. And it turns out the next village we're going to is actually his home village. So we got to keep observing him over the next couple of days to make sure that the stitches and antibiotics and all that were working. Great story though, and it was just again fun to see how the services we were able to provide really helped. So now we're just walking, we just finished in the canoe, and now we're going to be walking up towards Wasua, so still a little bit more on our journey today. We've had a great time with the family that's decided to help us with the canoe.
My name is Boka Meresa. This is my village. I stay in this village and I go in this village. Now I'm in man. I got 3 children. My parents and my people, they make sago and make houses and make gardens too.
We have a family, and it's a big family. I am the auntie. Our family has sago farms, and we go and make sago in the bush together. It takes us 1 week to make a sago farm. All of us have canoes to go down and make sago, or go fishing or gardening. The men make these canoes, and it takes 3 or 2 weeks to make a canoe.
The young boys that were helping us did a very good job pushing us up quite a dry riverbed in some places, and seems like this is pretty normal everyday life for everyone here. Makes driving in a car in traffic jams seem like not big of a deal when traveling takes a lot more effort up here. But everyone's really grateful, and we're so pleased to have met this family. I think the crazy thing for me as we head to this village, Wasua, is that this is the only path in from the ocean, or from the river. It's quite full on when you think about the fact that we're about to head to a place that has 2,000 people, and this is the main way in. One of the things we've found consistently up here is the real challenge for health services and education. And so again, even in a large village, the same problems are there with your basic health care for the kids, eyes and dentistry. Every time we go into a village there's so much need for all the services. Some of them, we asked the village yesterday in Padaya 1 and asked them when the last time they had health services come, and they said many decades. So when you hear that kind of story, it makes you really sad that even just the basic stuff that we are offering is often they haven't had for years and years and years. So one of the reasons why we've come to Wasua this morning is just to scout out and go meet with the community leaders to find out whether we can bring the medical teams up here next week. So at this stage we're just heading over to the clinic, which is just over there, the health center. So Wasua is one of the only places in this area that we've seen that has an actual clinic. So it's really good. So we're about to go meet with the clinic leaders and the community leaders to ask for an invitation to come in here next week with our health teams. So today me and Hannah and Catherine are just heading in there, and we'll meet with the leaders.
So this is their health centre. Over here, I believe it's storage in a new building which they're not using, so I'm going to find out about that. And this building is the labour ward and outpatients, so that's like your ED, I guess, or your emergency.
We said what, 19, I think 19 villages.
19 villages. How many people is that, you think, maybe?
It's more than, I think, it's more than 10,000.
Yeah.
Thousands like that.
Easily.
Yes.
Easily more than 10,000, I think.
More than 10,000, yes.
Because this village is 2,000, eh?
Yes.
And then villages we've been looking at, and we look through our little books and it says Wasua Health Centre. So we've seen many of your patients. You're doing a good job.
Yes, yes.
Well done.
Alright, we just got back from meeting with the leaders in Wasua. It started to rain. Things are looking really good. There's a lot of people. I think our 2 days in the village later this week is going to be very busy, which is going to be great. Great looking community though, and really good to meet the leaders. So we're about to head back down the creek now to the ship, and hopefully that'll be a good trip as well. So it's been a fun day. Okay, bye!
Bye!
I think one of the things I love the most about YWAM is we're called to know God and make Him known, and we make Him known in places incredible like this, where we get to come out here and experience these incredible cultures and share God. And so the cool thing is for me, I know that in 1 month's time I'll be sitting in Townsville in the lecture room with 45 students from 15 different nations beginning their adventure in following God and laying down their life for Him. It's one of my real passions in discipling others, and so I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be fun to look back at this, and I'm really hoping that these DTS students as well will also have similar experiences that will transform their life and they'll never be the same again. So I look forward to updating you guys more from Townsville, and as the school begins, again, love your prayers for what's going to happen, and yeah, it's always a great adventure.